All right, we're here in the Niner locker room with Kris Kocurek after the Niners beat the Lions. Man, that was a all-timer, man. How does it feel to be involved with a game with that much, that kind of momentum swing?
Just the emotions of the game, the way it started, and how we came in there at halftime feeling and knowing what we had to go get done in the second half to give ourselves a chance. We came in here and bonded together as a team and decided, hey, this is one play at a time, one stop at a time ordeal. And defense got to go out there and get one stop and get the ball back to our offense and let the offense go do what they got done in the second half. And then just continue that and get the momentum swung back our way. And then, eventually it did. The offense went down and put 3 on the board. We got to stop. And then they went back down and put a touchdown on the board. And then you could just look up at the scoreboard and kind of see it, getting a little bit back in our favor. And then once we tied it, you could feel the energy, the energy of the fans, the energy on the sideline. And then we just knew it was going to come down to a couple more stops. And, we had to get a couple more stops. And defensively, we were able to get a couple fourth down stops and get off the field and get the ball back in our offense's hands. And we knew if we could just do that the tide was going to go in our favor at the end. And, it just emotional game, full of ups, downs, adversity, and, a tribute to the guys in the locker room, all of them from all three phases contributed to the win, offense, defense, special teams. It's just a great win.
Penei Sewell, that's a great line, Coach. And that's one of the best lines, huh?
Oh, yeah, they're good. Their reputation, throughout the years warranted. And we knew it was going to be a tough battle. And, I'm just glad the second half went the way that it did. The first half obviously went in their favor. And second half, I think they got, late touchdown there on the 2-minute drive. And but it was a battle all game. Credit to them. Really, really good team over there. A bunch of prideful guys, and we got a bunch of prideful guys in here, and just glad in the second half, just to see everybody rise to the occasion in big time moments of the biggest game that we've obviously played all year. Just to see them do that is gratifying.
Yeah, fortunate. I felt fortunate that they didn't run Montgomery more in this game. He was terrific. He's just a bull and hard to get down.
Just both of them. Montgomery and Gibbs.
Gibbs is
the
good
1-2
too.
punch between the two of them. They've been dynamic all year long.
Yeah.
Just going in and just watching them on tape. We knew we had our hands full with both of them, and they complement each other really well, along with the offensive line and Goff and what he does back there with the play action pass and all that stuff. It's a formidable opponent over there, and They've won the amount of games they've won this year for a reason.
Yeah, one last one before I let you go. I know you got to go, but being on the other side of things, as a D-line coach, Brock Purdy, a quarterback who can beat you with his legs, he came alive in the second half, had some big run plays. What does that do to a defense when a quarterback converts like that and just uses his legs? It's got to be deflating, huh?
Yeah, it is. I've been on the other side of that as well, where it's been our defense out there and the quarterback, we have him under wraps, and the next thing you know, he breaks a tackle back there, and it's 3rd down and 8, and he converts a first down. It's deflating, but now on the other side of it, watching Brock, it's uplifting on our sideline. We're over there making adjustments on the sideline, and obviously the guys have their eyes up on the big screen, and Brock, on 3rd down and multiple times, snakes through there and picks up a first down. Like it brings our sideline alive. It ignites our guys on the defensive side of the ball. Just watching him play with the passion that he plays with and the way he goes about it. He was obviously huge today.
Yeah. One last one on Mahomes with the Super Bowl coming up. What can you say? I mean, he's incredible. He was incredible again today. He just escapes. He can move. He's really underrated as a mover. That's a more formidable challenge. How do you feel about it?
We got our work cut out for us again. This time of the year, everyone's good.
Yeah.
And he's one of the best in the game throughout. Ever since he's been in the league and taken over the starting job there at Kansas City multiple years ago, and just led him to this game a bunch of times so far in his young career. And we'll have our hands full with him. Obviously, we know him from 2019 when we matched up against him in Miami, and we've played him,
Kris,
here at Levi before, and it's going to be a great challenge versus, two great teams, two last teams standing, and just see where the chips fall when it's all over with.
Epic game tonight, Coach. Thanks for the time. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I haven't been a part of one like that.
Man, have a good night.
Very often. Yeah, you too.
Take care.
Yep.